there is a hope about the future for me, and there's my expectation of what's probably going to happen. One thing that I hope will start emerging are, again, I'm looking for the right words here, but let's say standards and guidelines. And I see that it's right now, in-house service design is still a little bit of a positive word is organic. Mm-hmm. A different word would be maybe the Wild West. Everybody is trying to hack their way in the system. Where do we belong? Where should service designers be placed? Who do we report to? How do we measure success? Like everybody is trying to figure this stuff out. So I hope we will have documentation. People will start sharing. People will create templates, not as a way to be rigid and strict and say this is the way to go, but to make sure that we're building a staircase, that we have something to step on to and grow the maturity of our practice rather than having to try to figure everything out at the same time in each and every place. So one future I see is that we have more defined standards.
Okay,
a bit boring, right? It's a bit of a boring future.
We always need one boring future and maybe one very crazy. So if we try to formulate it, so we have the boring one, which indeed is one which is already starting. There are now ISO definitions for service design work that have been drafted. So this is stuff that exists in the world of government service design. There are standards that are created and that are developed. But now let's go maybe on the completely other side. What will be a crazy scenario of in-house service design in the future that you feel this might be possible?
I don't know. That's a tough question, and I will let it marinate for a second in my mind. I will give you a more exciting development that I'm actually seeing already happening. And maybe some of the circle members who are here as well can comment on this in the chat. But one thing that excites me a lot is I'm seeing people from completely different backgrounds and disciplines who maybe already have 10, 15, 20 years of work experience now stepping into the service design space. And I find it fascinating. I love it. And I'm seeing that they are really good at it. So I won't call out people by name unless they are here in the chat and want to comment on that. But we have a circle member who has a background in hospitality. He worked in hotels and kitchens. He knows how to deliver services, what it actually looks like to deliver a service. And then he stumbled upon service design and ran away with it. He's nailing it. I know a person who has been in classical music as a background. Speaking about orchestration, right? Working with orchestras, he's into service design. Like these people get it, and I find it so fascinating. And I hope, and it would surprise me if it won't happen more, that we'll be seeing people without that traditional service design educational background stepping into service design roles.
So this gives us our second scenario, which will be on one side, we have standardization. That's really helpful. Sounds boring, but extremely helpful. And on the other side, we have this idea that professionals who come with a good background transition to the world of service design and bring all of that together. That will be a second scenario.
It's already happening. Yeah.